Greetings, my fellow Americans. I'm here to tell you about my new economic policy. Act fast and you can get a $13 ticket to NerdbotCon. That's a hell of a plan, and it's a plan I stand by. Check out Loki2016.com. This is Loki Hates You for NerdbotCon, September 24th at the Pasadena Convention Center.
That's right. The BotCast is now back in full motion. Welcome back, my fellow brethren. I have with me today Mr. Zach Roberts.
Hello, everyone.
British Zach Roberts, to be precise. When he drinks his coffee, he becomes British. Mm-hmm. It's that French vanilla or something. I don't know what the connection is.
Yeah, you could say Earl Grey. That would have been more,
Yeah.
Do your thing.
No, because you said that ratified everything that our tea fans, the avid tea fan listener, was thinking. Ben Heyman,
hello.
The studio, from the Gamebeat. You know him. What else? He's been on the podcast a couple times before.
Couple times. It's been good times.
We are the Nerdbot BotCast. Man, it's been a good time here. We've been actually hanging out, watching Ben kick ass on Overwatch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can check out the reviews and everything that Ben does on nerdbot.com. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdbotmedia.
And YouTube.
And make sure you check out the YouTube channel. We're always uploading videos. That's pretty much where Ben lives. Mm-hmm. Was that a tiny child that just...
I feel like that was baby Wolverine. Assuming that Wolverine.
Yeah, there's a little dog
running
around, so he's going to be hanging out. We're recording live from Nerdbot Studios itself in the main hub, but now everybody is slumbered off. It's Sunday, and everybody's just fucking tired out. Like nobody.
The way you said that, like so mellow, I thought I was listening to Ghost.
You are the wave.
This is Sunday, and we're all asleep. And
Coming up next, we have a beautiful rendition of "Lights on the Water" by Boat and Freckles.
This is DJ Ambien.
Thank you for tuning in to National Public Radio.
The LA Philharmonic will now be performing Zelda.
This is legitimately making me tired.
Okay, yeah, and you're drinking coffee too. You're terrible. Well, we got a good amount of things to cover. We obviously we covered Comicon in San Diego.
That small event.
That tiny little event, that just happens to draw, 20,000 people?
I think it's only 4.
Every hour or something?
I think it's only 4 actual people that are there.
That are just standing around at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 guys who work there.
You know what? I've never been, so I can't prove that it's not.
Well,
Exactly.
here's what I can tell you. As far as the layout and everything that's going on, it's a good time. Everybody that's there is really nice. It was very safe. I, for one, got there in a really easy fashion because I wouldn't recommend driving in that area. It's crazy. It's insane. Mm-hmm. There's pedestrians everywhere. There's literally at least 10,000 people in front of your eyes at any one time. Like, you can just see, movement of just tons of people going up and down the roads. And all the stores are, nerded out. And by nerded out, I just mean they got, some kind of partnership deal working with Sci-Fi, so just Sci-Fi put up banners everywhere. Comedy Central's got this area over here, and it's just a lot of stuff to do. Everybody's having a good time.
Nice.
We got to walk around the front and the back side of the convention center. We got to walk around a little bit in the inside, not really going inside, but the Marriott and the Hilton, which are on both sides of the con, are also having a buzz of activity. They had Nintendo actually had their own little station inside the Marriott, so you could go in, catch, they had Pokemon set up there and everything. They had a bunch of games there set up for kids, so it was really cool, to see everybody there mixing, having a good time. What were you gonna say, Zach?
Oh, I was just gonna say a snide remark about the fact that Nintendo doesn't have any games really coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I kept it on the inside.
Yeah,
but you picked up on the facial
It was
cue.
the tip. Yeah, I knew. I could see you were gonna insult Donkey Kong's Bongo Blaster.
Hey. Donkey Kongo was so incredible. That was the most amazing game ever.
Well, they had one of those as one of the games there, so you would have enjoyed that. And
That's interesting.
even the Kurt Bros, one of the resident Nerdbot Brodians,
yes, sir.
He won a little figure from there.
Nice.
So you said you've always wanted to go. You never been, Ben? to Comic-Con, or you're not interested at all? You don't do well in large crowds.
I'm definitely not super great in large crowds. I mean, I've always been aware of Comic-Con. It's always been like moderately interesting to me, but I've never been like, oh fuck, I can't go to Comic-Con this year.
Do you fear death? Is that why you don't? No, I mean, like, it's not your thing, or you just not about the hype? We were doing interviews there, so you're going to be able to see an interview that I was doing there. It was me, a couple of Nerdbot girls.
Did you have your signature Ninja Turtles hat on?
I had the signature Ninja Turtles hat on, and that was only because I couldn't find another hat worthy of, bestowing the crest on this man's head.
I really like the fact that I see you pretty frequently, and the only time I see him with that hat on is when it's like business time.
Business.
Oh, well, that was a Flight of the Conchords reference.
Oh, wow.
It's business. It's business time.
Oh my God, this is your second Flight of the Conchords reference today.
It's so good. All right, I'll stop.
You're doing really well today. So there was a lot of news. I want to just go over some of the stuff that we heard announced and talk about some of the trailers that we saw that came out from Comic-Con, because literally every time we do something where we have to break down one thing that has a bunch of multiple topics, it takes like at least a couple 20 minutes to get through it. So a couple of 20 minutes. So we're going to grab a couple of 20 minutes and get into them. So the first one that I found, I guess, is I didn't really think it was a big deal, but people were talking about it because it's such a big deal. Niantic, the company behind Pokemon Go, held a panel and was dishing out answers like it was a press conference for the president. It's like, sir, were you aware that the footprint stopped working before the email servers crashed? Yeah. And, you got. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of fanfare going on there, but they were addressing some of the bugs, some of the issues that were going on. Obviously, the footstep thing, which in between that happening and now, by the time this podcast has been recorded, they've actually removed the footstep option altogether. Yeah. So you're not able to track your Pokemon.
Yeah, which has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. One of the things I really, really liked about Niantic, and specifically that panel, is they seem relatively like human. Like they were like, we don't know how to fix this. Yeah. Like, instead of saying, oh, we have engineers, like, they didn't give like these textbook PR
working around the clock.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like so many times they're like during that panel, they're just like, we don't know how to solve said problem. Yeah. They're like, we want to do this, we have no idea when we're going to be able to do it. And I think part of that is just because they're not like now they are, but they're not like a massive like company like Ubisoft. Yeah. Where they're just like PR'd all the time, like, oh, we're not ready to talk about that right now. Like, no, it's okay to say like you guys are struggling. And I appreciate that human element.
You know what would be great if we did those same kinds of like panel interview type investigation type things, but we do it with like John Hammond from Jurassic Park, and he's got to actually like go to federal court and appeal for his crimes. I was like, sir, were you aware that the man was pulled into the raptor cage and completely enveloped? He's like, yes, but I had the man yell, shoot her, repeatedly to try and calm things down. It didn't work, obviously. I guess one of the bigger things I read about this whole footsteps getting taken away, this latest wave of updates, is that people are asking for refunds. Yeah. And so everybody, like even in everybody who's using Apple is like getting their refunds. You can actually get a refund for the stuff you've bought. So if you're hearing this, you might be able to get something while it's hot. I don't know if you should wait too long, obviously.
Or you could just not be a bitch.
As well, go out and hunt Pokemon. But you can always send your hate mail to Ben Heyman at the Gamebeat.
.co.uk.
Oh wow! Oh god!
Jeez,
that's over there.
All right, never mind. I was like,
over there, it's in the UK. It's just some off porn site. Like, you're just sending people to some really weird shit. Yeah. So then after that, it was just like it rained trailers all over Comic-Con. There was a Doctor Strange trailer. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so what did you think about it? Like, my takeaway is Inception meets Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, I'm excited about Doctor Strange, and admittedly, I've said this many times on the podcast, is that I don't like. Comic books have never been my forte. All of my comic book information came through like X-Men cards or Friends or video games or stuff like that. So
Fleet and Tops have given you more comic book knowledge.
Exactly. So for me, like, I know like there's a lot of like racial things, like characters who should be portrayed as Asian are actually portrayed as white, and like that rubbed a lot of people along the way.
That's like something new that's happening. You're saying?
Well, that's happened in the first trailer they showed. I mean, again, I don't know anything about it, but as someone from totally the outside, it has my interest, and like I'm hopeful for it, because the last time that happened was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it ended up being the best Marvel movie and the best Star Wars movie.
Wow. There's nobody here to debate you that, and I'm in love with The Force Awakens, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Let's see. When I look at that trailer for Doctor Strange, I just got to give my opinion from the outside looking in, because I'm not necessarily a movie buff or a comic book buff, so I don't, I'm definitely I can tell you that in my history of knowing comic book movies, it's not going to be what you think. So just get over your ass right now.
Yeah.
All right, and then try to watch Benedict Cumberbatch run along a perpendicular building floating in space-time.
We've all been there.
It looks pretty damn cool. It looks like Inception taking up another notch. You got a city like dividing into another city. So I'm up for dividing cities.
Yeah,
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Absolutely.
Wonder Woman also came out, a new Wonder Woman. It looks good. Like Gal Gadot is a babe.
So wait. Is that how you pronounce her last name? Gadot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what?
Are you? Yeah.
I always thought it was Gal Gadot.
We're totally G-ling you and out right now.
No, it's definitely Gadot.
Gadot.
I can't. Really?
Yeah.
This world is upside down.
All right, look, we're gonna have our people call her, and we're gonna get her on the line.
I'm Gal Gadot.
Yeah, put her on speaker. I need to get to the bottom of this.
All right. Well, while we dial her up, yes, it's Gadot. Okay, but the movie looks really good. It looks like it's obviously just her own take on independent run on this. I don't know. Did you get to see the trailer on that? What do you think?
Yeah. So I mean, it looks like initially. Like Wonder Woman has never been like a character that stood out to me, and I've said this a million times on this podcast and during interviews, is that I think Batman vs Superman was incredible.
Yeah,
but like I think she was a bad. I think she was a bad. I don't think she was a bad cast. But initially, I was like, okay, she's like to me she doesn't look like what I imagine Wonder Woman would look like. Okay. So I was like skeptical at first, but in Batman vs Superman, I think she like stole the show. Like she was so awesome in that.
She was great at the end there.
Yeah, she was like seriously like one of the most endearing and charming characters I've seen in a very long time.
Wow.
Just like during the fight, like she just like smirks and then just gets back into the action. Like I was very fond of her. But because of that,
did you fall in love?
I did. She hasn't returned my phone calls, so I don't know what that's all about. But
dude, she did the same thing to me.
Dang it, Gal Gadot. No, but
go get it.
Yeah, the trailer looked awesome to me. Like I like the idea of like the time period and all of that. When it all happened and how they kind of alluded to that in Batman vs Superman. So I'm on board.
All right, and
I'll say that it looks safe. It looks like they're not taking any risks with it. It looks like they're not going to really surprise us that much with it.
It was more formulated, you're saying.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily mean that to be like a damning phrase. Like, it looks safe. Yeah. No, so it doesn't look like it's going to blow my mind the way like Guardians of the Galaxy did to bring that back up. Yeah. But it looks like it's going to be enjoyable. It looks like it's going to be what it needs to be.
You definitely would have a hard time trying to figure out which way Guardians of the Galaxy is going to go, because that's a really one-off idea. Well, speaking of... well, actually, let's get into the next one. I don't want to jump ahead. Justice League, because that way it'll be consistent with talking about Wonder Woman and what she's been up to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we're bringing in Barry Allen. We're bringing in Mecha Suit Guy. Who's that guy? Cyborg. There you go.
Mecha Suit Guy.
What? Look,
It's not a suit. He's a cyborg.
I'm going to come out and say right now I was never into the Justice League. All right. I have no reason for this. I guess I just never was like at home when those cartoons were running on. I just watched Batman Beyond and I was out. Terry McGinnis, F the World.
Batman Beyond was great.
Yeah, it was really great. Hopefully we can get something on that. But Justice League came out, so now we're all teaming up together to save the world against a giant force of doom. I'm still emptied on this one, but I'm all in. I mean, it looks like a good movie. He's got
I enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer looks interesting. Barry looks like he's going to be having fun. He's a good kid. Who's that kid? What other movies has he been? He looks like he's been in some of those super bad movies.
That's actually Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
He looks really different.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, when I was watching him, I'm like, isn't that the guy from the Dragon from Mulan?
The guy from the Dragon from Mulan.
Yeah, and it really hit home. So Justice League came out.
The guy for the donkey.
So.
Real quick, I just as somebody who, again, like, I loved Batman vs Superman. Like, it looks good to me, but I don't like how they're going so comedy with it.
On Justice League?
Yeah, like it looks super playful.
I found that very refreshing. I feel like DC has been way too
dark,
way too, I guess, for lack of a better word, pretentious. Like, it's just been taking itself so seriously for such a long time. Like, I feel like Batman Begins was the last time they told jokes in a movie.
Because when they did the Dark, which one's the Joker one?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That one had humor, but it was always dark humor. Like, you laughed inside. You couldn't really laugh outside because you were afraid of being judged.
Yeah, and Batman Begins, like, some people don't remember, but it had a lot of, like, fairly playful jokes.
Yeah.
That weren't, like, fourth wall breaking. Like you'd expect someone to look at the camera and wink at you. But, like, it's definitely still,
Liam Neeson didn't just look into the camera and wink at me a couple times. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he was like, Bruce, you've taken me back. Taken.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
But I set you up for that.
We'll see how it is. I mean, I think the thing is, this is the last thing I'll say, and we can move on.
Yeah.
It's the same issue I had with the Star Wars. Is that the Star Wars?
The Star Wars.
I remember when the Star Wars came out.
Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars.
It's like,
take a nickel.
They had the original trilogy, then they had the prequels, and then when they put out Force Awakens, they were like, oh, we messed up with the prequels. We're gonna go so far in the other direction. Where it was like, if you think of the first teaser they showed for Batman vs Superman, which is essentially Justice League 1, or Zero for that matter,
right? That's what I thought too.
Yeah, it's like the same movie with like one other dude in it.
Yeah.
But like when they showed that,
but Batman versus Superman sells bigger.
When they showed that, like, it was so serious. It was so, like, that was when there was like the whole "tell me, do you believe?" thing. It was like super serious, and now it's all jokey. Batman is just like juggling, and he just drops all these. He's like, this is so hard. Like, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing.
Who left all these popsicles out?
Yeah, he's like, Wonder Woman. Sometimes you sure do make me wonder. I was like, it's just so far in the other direction. But it's just a trailer.
God.
I mean, if you watch the trailer for the Star Wars movies, you would think they're good. So trailers can be misleading.
If people could do like a stage dive for their puns on a podcast, you would have done it with that joke. That was incredible,
I would
kind
like to
sir.
hope so.
You just stage dove all over our audience. We're sorry, okay?
And the Flash comes in and says, and they call it the Aristocrats.
Wow. Always end on a strong joke, Ben Heyman. Lego Batman.
That movie looks so hilarious. I'm super excited for that one.
A few months back when they kind of soft announced it, because everything gets like pre-announced before it gets announced now.
Yeah, they showed a teaser, I think, maybe like a month or two ago.
It was just Batman, voiced by Fred Arnett, still doing a little bit of...
Fred?
Will Arnett.
Where did you get Fred from?
So it's his brother. I'm his brother, Fred. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Will Arnett. Will Arnett's going to kill me now when I meet up with James Franco.
I hope his real name is actually Fred. He's like, shit, how did he find out?
He's like, he fucking knows. He knows.
Will Arnett looks like the kind of guy who'd kill you for getting his name wrong.
Will Arnett just looks like the kind of guy who'll kill you. He has those like piercing eyes.
No reason. He's just like, hey, and you just die.
The elongated nose. I can't trust that guy. Speaking of which, no. But Lego Batman movie. So originally, you had Will Arnett giving like a little monologue, and now you actually get to see what's going on. You get to see inside of the Batcave. Only this time, it's viewed from the perspective from Dick Grayson, who is an orphan now. Well, I guess he's always been an orphan inherently, but it's more along the lines of, it's you adopted him now. He's kind of happy-go-lucky kid.
Yeah.
He's discovers the Batcave. I'm presuming because he's such a indirectly smart kid.
I'm sure in this movie it's going to be some incredibly dumb luck.
Hilarity ensues at some point. With Lego movies, though, it's probably gonna be really good. It looks really good. Same creators. It looks like it's gonna be the same exact thing. I feel like I'm rushing through it, but it's only because I just want to see it now. Lego movie doesn't need hype anymore. Just bring the damn Lego movie up.
I'll say the voice cast also looks really impressive.
Yeah, it's really panned out. I don't have the names of it right now. I don't think I did a blurb on it.
Eddie Murphy does all of the voices.
Oh yeah, and the cat. He actually does the video too.
Yeah,
all the video. He just wears prosthetics.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you've got Michael Cera as Robin.
Yeah, there you go.
Ray Fiennes as Alfred. Which is amazing.
By the way, Michael Cera's going to be trying to bang a chick in this movie also. That's just kind of his motto that he does in
Quite
every
possibly.
movie.
It could be Batgirl. That's Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, there you go. I think Mariah Carey's in this movie also.
Yeah, she's the mayor.
Yeah, there you go. So I remember I did a blurb on this. So if you want the full names, go to nerdbot.com and I have it there. I did some pretty good coverage of this a couple months ago when it leaked. So, but this is an actual trailer, so you can actually see the whole trailer there.
No, it looks really funny.
Yeah, it looks really great. Lego doesn't do anything too bad. Also, you can check out my builds at Another Brick Studio CA on Facebook. So check that out. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. So imagine if. Let's see, if Harry Potter threw up all over Legend of Zelda, you get this.
I imagine that quite frequently, actually. I'm just like, I see Legend of Zelda and I see
too
Harry
much
Potter.
butterbeer, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Too much of the same movie over and over again.
This is a movie that I was going to say, in relation to what you said earlier, that it was the movie was formulaic.
Yeah.
I feel like King Arthur, when I saw it, was formulaic, but it looks good. Like, it's compelling. It looks like it's got drama. It looks like it's got action. Yeah. Just the right amount, tasteful enough, and shot really well.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that I'm hyped for it.
I'm not hyped. Yeah. I mean, I've never been all these fucking King Arthur fans are going to start coming out of the woodwork and shit. But finally, I can wear my fucking shield and sword out now.
I'm always willing to give Guy Ritchie a shot. I mean, he's had some misses. But yeah.
It's been a while. Like the last time we were in King Arthur's court, we had the kid from Rookie of the Year, or wasn't? No, yeah, the kid from Rookie of the Year, a kid in King Arthur's court.
Oh, I was thinking of there's like a literal King Arthur. I think it was what's his name? The dude from Shoot 'Em Up.
Martin Lawrence?
What?
I gotta look this up. You look it up. But you got the guy Jax from
Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah, from Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. So he's the lead in this.
So my two favorite shows of all time. My three favorite shows of all time are first being anything on the Cooking Channel. Second and third are tied. It's House of Cards and Sons of Anarchy, and I love Charlie Hunnam. Like, on top of him being just like a great actor.
Yeah.
Good looking dude. Just saying.
Good looking guy.
And Pacific Rim was the greatest movie of all time.
Oh yeah, that movie was awesome.
And I don't know, he just has like this weird charm to him.
Yeah.
And he's King Arthur. I'm down. You can make him anyone, and I'll be like, well, he's King Arthur's wife. Cool. I'm down.
I believe it. He's like King Arthur on a motorcycle, just cruising through the kingdom,
riding through this world, looking for my sword.
Awesome. All right. Well, something that some of the Nerdbotians are excited about, I guess I didn't realize that this movie had something that. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Clive Owen.
There you go.
King Arthur 2004. It was an movie, but it was Clive Owen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right, let me see the picture of that.
Keira Knightley and Ewan Griffith.
Oh, is that why I don't remember it? It was a Keira Knightley film.
Was. Yeah, you got good memory.
It's easy to forget films that Keira Knightley's been in. Seriously.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's too easy.
Yeah. Good memory.
Yeah, but
that's impressive.
But check this out. So I didn't realize that Blair Witch was a thing. So because Blair Witch was a movie that came out back in the
like 98 or something.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
I think it was like 32.
Yeah, time has passed. Okay.
I think it inspired Citizen Kane.
Yeah, exactly.
It was originally a silent film.
I remember Scorsese always saying he was inspired by a shaky camera in the woods. So you got Blair Witch coming back out, and now again, all the fucking Blair Witch fans are coming out of the woodwork, like out of the fucking drainage pipes and shit. And this time it's no longer Steadicam. Apparently, in the future, everybody has that robot arm that holds a Steadicam in front of you.
Yeah.
what is it? The GoPros are doing a lot better now. Just a lot better. They catch witches way better. No, the Blair Witch is back. I was actually looking at the trailer, and it's shot really well this time. So it looks like it's a completely new take. It might be like a fan service, essentially. But I don't know. Did you guys see the trailer on this?
I didn't. And the interesting thing about this is I think people forget that there was totally a Blair Witch Project 2.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And it was just like it was like a totally different movie. Just with like it was an actual like horror movie. It wasn't like through first person. It wasn't anything like that. It was just like a random horror movie, like a straight up movie. And they're like, yes, Blair Witch Project 2. Yeah, no, that's what it is.
And
it was just kind of like. So that kind of burned me, but I haven't seen this new trailer.
Dad, I found this box of DVD. It's called Blair Witch 2. It's in the garage.
He's like, son, you throw that away. In 2016, we were coming back for a big reveal, and no one can remember this.
Why the fuck was he holding on to that for in his garage for so long?
I don't know. Ammunition.
It's like if there's ever anything he wanted to fall on him during the next big one earthquake, it was a big box of DVDs that he was ashamed to have.
He just falls. He's like, oh, it drops on his chest. He's like, Blair Witch Project 2. That was an awful movie. I can die in peace.
Smited by my own sword. So it's going to be back. Blair Witch fans, I guess, are happy. I didn't know there was such a thing as a Blair Witch fan. I thought Blair Witch was a movie that was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And then you kind of move on. I feel like Cloverfield was like that.
It's one of those movies where it's like it's only good because of the context of which it was released. When you look at it as a movie, like it's fucking garbage.
You're saying it's the perfect avenue between luck and timing.
Well, exactly, because it's like if they had released that. Well, I guess this is a stupid sentence because they were about to, but like if they released that movie this year, it wouldn't be anywhere near as good because it's like, that was when the internet existed, but it wasn't the internet. Yeah. It wasn't in every home.
We were with social media through emails, not necessarily still.
Through chat rooms and AOL.
Yeah.
It came out at a time when people could watch it and be like, wait, is this a thing? That obviously couldn't exist now because months before any movie comes out, people will already have all of the real world facts on whether or not it's feasible at all. So
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
I have nothing to say. Literally, I was about to move on to the next movie.
No, I think you brought up something good, and I think I totally see where both of you guys are coming from. You brought up Cloverfield for a second, where it's like now we live in this time where there's no mystery ever.
Yeah.
Like I think the next 2 Star Wars movies have already leaked online.
Half, like some stuff, details. Like as soon as somebody gets details, it's enough details for the super crazy fans to piece it together with old knowledge.
I meant like the full movies have leaked online.
Oh, really?
I was just exaggerating because that's what I like to do.
Like in Spaceballs.
But just the details.
Yeah.
So like there's no mystery. So I think that's one of the things, and you were talking about Cloverfield, where it's just like, it's like this weird time where like you could totally go into a movie and not knowing like what was going on at all. And that's special, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that again.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to come out this year?
It says 2016, but it might be slated for next year. It seems like a summer big movie. So
I'm gonna research.
You do that. I mean, and to what you said about there not being anything left, like it's a serious fucking problem when you have directors straight out they're just throwing tantrums and canceling movies like Hateful Eight and shit.
Yeah.
Because you guys are leaking the fucking stories. Like, just let us watch the damn movie. Like, leak something else. Leak something. Leak fucking crooked emails from politicians. Let's do more of that.
Oh, jeez.
All right?
Feel the burn?
Look, millions of children every year cannot play Overwatch because they don't have Xbox Live.
Don't say that. That's so sad.
Well, Xbox Live.
People not being able to play Overwatch, that's just heartbreaking.
It's like a freaking Leanne Rimes commercial.
In the arms of Lucio.
Sarah McLachlan, dog.
Yeah, not Leanne
By the
Rimes.
way, because we're already talking about Overwatch, and you guys probably want to talk shit, who's the best character to use?
He introduced me to Lucio, and Lucio is objectively the best.
Okay, that's the robot chick.
There's no, man.
I don't know.
No, that's the Brazilian DJ dude on rollerblades.
Yeah. Who's the guy?
As most DJs are.
Who's the guy that wears the hockey mask and has a claw and climbs on the fence and jumps on you?
You are thinking of Wolverine / Casey Jones.
Yeah. I was actually thinking of Vega from Street Fighter, but
that's not really a hockey mask.
Does Vega from Street Fighter climb walls?
And does he have a hockey mask on?
Yes, he does.
It's not a hockey mask, but it's similar.
It's like a V for Vendetta mask.
If he was going to be recruited for playing a team based on the mask that he was wearing, what team do you think he would get recruited for, my friend?
Kabuki Theater.
Nice.
You know what?
Nice.
Touche, my friend. All right. Well, moving on to the last announcement that anybody gives a freaking care about is the Killing Joke. And actually, it wasn't really an announcement, more that they actually debuted it there.
Yeah.
We had actually a couple people watch it, and the reviews were a little bit iffy. But before that, I wanted to give the Rotten Tomatoes that were kind of going around. Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if it's certified fresh at 53%. Does that count as certified fresh? No, right? It's got to be like 60%.
I don't think so.
I don't follow Rotten Tomatoes.
What color were the tomatoes when you looked it up? Were they red or were they green?
They might have been green.
Okay.
I can look up. I don't.
This house of cards has completely fallen apart at this point. It only took 30 minutes.
I mean, it's just.
Gone.
I wish we had. Yeah, right. I need a gong in here so we know when we have to kick people out.
I can officially say that there is a green splat.
Okay.
And it says 53%. And then there's a green trash can next to it that says 58%. I don't speak Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't know what that means.
All right. Let me translate.
That's the critic score and the audience score.
So the critic score, apparently the critics vomited all over the computer.
And apparently the audience agrees.
And the audience dropped their popcorn in horror, but not before they finished some of it, because the rest of it was not strewn about on the ground.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you got
sense.
53% critic score and 58% audience score. So it's really middle of the road for something that was like supposedly, I guess, really anticipated.
Yeah.
It's
one of the most well-known like Batman graphic novels.
Now, was this unrated or was this?
It was rated R.
It was rated R.
And I think that is one of the things that. One of the things that made everyone super excited.
I agree.
But
then we found out it was R for the wrong reason.
Yeah, it was R for wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. But
read a book, kids.
No, it's wrong. It's RWONJ.
Yeah.
People care about ratings now. I don't know if they always did or not, but people care about ratings. So the fact that these DC movies, these DC animated films, from what I've seen, are all pretty good. Way better than when we were like kids.
Obviously,
you know what I mean? So they're actually like awesome. And the fact that there's this well-known storyline and it's rated R, I think like got people super excited. So maybe just expectations were too high, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There has to be a way. I think at this point it's not going to be possible, but in time we're going to be able to know if the score is reflective of the anticipation, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, there's some movies obviously that are anticipated more than others, like that stupid food movie that Seth Rogen's making,
Sausage Party.
That movie I feel is getting way too much hype than for what it actually is.
Hey, welcome to Seth Rogen's career. It's like
shots have been fired.
I'm a stoner in the end of the world.
Look, I need to let you know we're trying to meet James Franco. You really got to tone it down, man.
I mean, this is how you meet him.
This is how you do it.
I just talked so much crap about Seth Rogen. He comes to support him.
There
That's
you go.
when you guys say hi.
Franco's gonna have no choice but to come in and defend his honor.
That's how
wow! It's all so clear now. Why didn't I think of it before? Ben, you have thoughts on the stupid food movie or Killing Joke?
As far as Sausage Party goes, I've heard very little, but so far it's all been good. Okay. Apparently it's actually pretty funny, but I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer, and that's another one where it's like, yeah, I'll see that someday.
Yeah.
You know.
It should fall into my lap at some point.
Exactly. Like when it comes on, I'm going to watch it.
It's going to be a stocking stuffer, a $5 bin.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe it'll be huge. Who knows?
Yeah. Kids will be playing with toys of the hot dog buns that look like a vagina. It'll all work out. It'll all work out.
Yeah.
But Killing Joke. What do you know?
I've been looking forward to it. I never read the graphic novel, but I have been wanting to see it in a movie form, but after hearing the big controversy about, the famous scene that happens towards the beginning of the movie or whatever.
Explain yourself.
It's no secret at this point. There's a sex scene early on between Batman and Batgirl, and it's weird, and it's not really related to the Killing Joke, and it's been this whole controversial thing about why the directors chose to add this, what they actually thought. But
isn't Batman related to Alicia Silverstone?
That is totally true.
This is disgusting then. This is completely disgusting. No, but what like
nice reference.
So was that in
that was well.
So that was in the comic books? Like they actually show that, or
no? It was just something they put in the movie.
So this is unwarranted at this point.
Yeah, that's why it's such a controversy, because it's like, you know, the filmmakers are
sexualizing it.
Yeah, but they're also like defending their decisions, like, oh, it's supposed to humanize Batman and show that he makes mistakes too. But it's like,
you see, Superman fucks, you fuck. You're like Superman.
Did I say Superman or Batman?
I'm just using an analogy. You know?
But no, it's true. It's true.
Now that was me like totally bringing the plane down from a spiraling dive. Yeah, I picked it back up.
Straight nosedive.
Picked it back up. We're going back up toward the sky, kids. Like Icarus, we flew too close to the sun. Yeah. Well, I had been hearing a lot of hype about it. I talked to some close people in Nerdbot about, you know, who got to see it, and and they were just really let down by it. They didn't think it lived up to the hype of the actual story itself.
Yeah.
Of course, they said the performances were on key. You got a lot of the original.
Oh yeah, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill.
Kevin Conroy. It's not what I do, it's who I am that defines me.
Totally not his line, but go on.
All right.
Steve Buscemi.
Okay. Why do I gotta be Mr. Batman? Why do I gotta be the Batman? I want to watch it anyway. It's one of the. It's like the other one where you see Batman beating up Superman, and he tells him, "Hey."
Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
Where he says, "I want you to know that I'm the one that beat you.
I want you to remember this day."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Was that the same Batman that you were talking about, Ben?
I don't even.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, thanks a lot, Adam West, FTW again.
Yeah, you spray that shark repellent, Anthony.
Well, yeah, but I do want to watch this movie. It looks like it's going to be interesting. But again, if you're trying to do this whole thing where you're trying to say, oh, I want to see the comic book come to life, this isn't it. Watch those people that narrate manga on YouTube.
Well, shameless plug, but it's not really the kind of movie I'd spend a lot of money to go see, but I'll totally check it out on Thursday at the Nerdbot Suicide Squad event where they will be airing it.
They're going to air The Killing Joke?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, this will probably air by the time that's happening, so I don't know.
Hopefully it's happening simultaneously. Like somebody's listening. They're like, what? They throw headphones.
Everybody's trying to replicate the Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz theme, but with Nerdbot Media
At
shit.
the exact moment you are listening to this.
That's right.
Someone around the world is watching The Killing Joke, so get up and go now.
Yeah, all our listeners, we need you to just start combining all sorts of Nerdbot Media together. So listen to the podcast while you watch the videos and comment on the pictures while you like the videos. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It all goes to the same place.
Exactly.
So that's pretty much all that I got on the... Did I miss anything? Do you know if I didn't talk about something?
They showed a poster. The only two other things, they showed a poster for the Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah,
the new cool.
Yeah, it does look. They got all these mecha suits now and shit.
And other than that, pretty well-known games were the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. It's like this RPG. It's like Diablo style. You can play like 4-player co-op. It's like this RPG, and they
bullshit ports.
Yeah, they're like announcing, hey, they're coming back. Like we're remaking. I think it's 1 and 2, or just 2. Yeah, for PS4 and Xbox One. Everyone got all super excited, and then turns out they did terrible with the ports. So like,
what are the ports?
They just bring it to another platform.
Oh.
So it's like originally,
got it.
Originally it was for Xbox 360. So now that it's on Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, okay. They basically just changed some of the code to make it compatible with the PS4. It's like they don't really like. They might bump up the resolution a bit. They might bump up the frame rate if they're not the laziest company in the world. But a lot of times they literally just take the game and make it playable on the PS4. But then they're like, oh well, it's the port, so now you get to pay $60 for it again.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So it's super lazy.
All right, so I'm going to wrap up the Comic-Con talk. Comic-Con there.
Comic-Con wrap up 2016.
Nerdbot. Nerdbot.
It's got out of hand quick.
It can go on
we start recording a new song. Like, damn. Jay-Z's like, hey, I want it, B.
So the game beater over here.
Oh, Ben. Whoa.
I got close. I didn't go for it. The game beatologist Ben Heyman over here.
Let us stop, Anthony.
Why? I'm just being creative. All right. Look, he's got a game. Actually, he's gonna game beat us. Let's see if actually.
I can't do this. No matter how you use beat, it's either bad or bad.
Oh. I'm sorry. All right. So Ben's got a game that he's gonna play. It's actually a game that he and Zach are gonna try and play against me.
Yeah.
And they're gonna see if they can stump me on some guessing games. And you guys at home can play along if you'd like.
Yeah.
So who wants to start?
I'll start.
What's the name of the game?
The game beat off.
Okay, wow. I like that name. Like that.
Just to quickly describe what it is we're going to be doing. I'm going to go first, and then Zach's going to go. We're basically going to play a multiple choice game where we're going to name, a fact about a game or a title, and we're going to give 3 options, and one of them is a lie. You've all heard versions of this game before, and since Zach and I would probably have a difficult time stumping each other, we're going to focus on stumping Anthony. We're each going to take a point anytime he incorrectly answers one of our questions, and if we just completely stump each other, Zach and I, we're going to give each other another point. Like, if we guess and we have, an idea and get it wrong, who cares? It's really about Anthony here. Yeah. But, if it's just, holy shit, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And we're, honest with each other about that, we'll see how that adds up.
We're good friends. We're good friends. All right.
I mean, I will destroy Zach.
Yeah. And I will murder both of you in my sleep if I could.
Yeah.
Are we still playing the game, or is this just Threat Simulator 2016?
Can it be both?
That was also announced at Comic-Con, by the way. All right, so let's get started.
Get started.
Ben, why don't you lead us through the game, and I'll insert cool game music here.
Oh. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie.
No. It's digital. It's all digital.
Oh, whoa, it's all post.
Yeah.
Okay, so which of the following is an actual game title? Which of the following is not a game title?
Okay, which is not a game title, folks?
Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Liquid, Metal Gear Acid.
One of these is a lie? Does that mean the other 2 are true?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. So I know Solid, Metal Gear Solid. I'm gonna say Acid is the fake one.
Incorrect.
Oh, freaking dang it, man.
PSP, my friend.
I hate both of you equally.
There were actually 2 Metal Gear Acids.
Yes.
You bamboozled me. All right, Zach, can you stump me?
Okay, well, I'm actually going to switch it up.
I'm assuming you had that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you said PSP, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't about him, this is about me.
So, but I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip it and make it potentially more difficult. One of these is an actual title for a game.
Okay.
Gamma Crush, Alpha Stream, or Nidhogg.
Oh, and I know this one.
I'm gonna go with Nidhogg just because it's so funny.
Damn it, he got it.
Yes! Take that, Zach!
That's just the beginner stage.
Oh, okay, wow.
Okay.
Level 1.
I'm actually looking forward to yours too. That was already a
Try
bit
2
of a
bombs
tougher
of
one.
Hava.
Okay, which of the following did not voice the Joker in a game?
Okay. Oh, what? Oh, God. Okay.
How? This one, it's not gonna,
Jared Leto.
Just trust me.
Okay.
Just trust me on this one.
All right.
Mark Hamill,
Yes.
Troy Baker, or John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
That's true. But he did voice the Joker in Under the Red Hood, the movie.
So are you changing the rules on me?
No. I'm just throwing out that as a piece of trivia.
Okay, all right.
I do not get a point for that one.
Okay, good. So Ben is out 1.
I'm at 1.
You're still leading the way with 1.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, Zach, can you stump me?
Which one of these is a game?
Yes.
Final Fury, Akiba's Trip, or Violent Voyage?
Akiba's Trip.
Damn.
Oh, jeez. You know why? Because it's just the names, man. The names give it away.
All right.
All right, Zach.
You can actually take a point for that one. I didn't have a clue.
I want to tell you about how crazy that game is later.
Okay.
All right.
He's going to drop the knowledge on all of us. All right, go.
Which of the following is not a color of pigment?
Oh, I like this
This
already.
is going to get elaborate.
Purple,
Okay.
white, or green?
See, this is the one. This I'm totally going like, what is that?
You're going.
Millionaire.
Lifeline.
No, like the guy from India who's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. What was the movie called?
Slumdog
Millionaire.
Yeah,
It's like I feel like my life experiences are giving me the answers to these questions. Pikmin was one of the first games I bought on GameCube. So I'm very aware that there is a purple Pikmin and there is a white Pikmin, but there's never been a green Pikmin.
Boom, you got
Damn
it.
Yes.
Did you have that one?
No, I didn't. But that's. Oh wait, did I have the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Pikmin,
Okay.
man.
Good.
It's the only reason why I have a Nintendo product. Anyways, all right.
That is it. Wow. All right.
I need Pikmin 4 in my life now.
I'm waiting to be stumped now because we've done 4 questions.
All right. He mentioned Metal Gear. I'm gonna do it as well. Which one of these are a game?
Oh.
Metal Gear Fallen, Metal Gear Rising, or Metal Gear Blazer?
The first and the last one seem like fakers. I'm gonna stick with Blazer because it sounded like such a faker.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Metal Gear Rising.
All right. What inspired you to go with Rising?
I was afraid that you were going to be up 2 and I would have to make you lose 1. So
yeah. So you just made all 3 fake?
No. Metal Gear Rising is totally a game.
All right, Ben, you got
Metal
2
Gear
more.
Rising Revengeance.
You guys are tied now, so you need to. You guys, one of you needs to take the lead on one of these, or you're going to be tied.
All right. Which of the following is not a game in the Elder Scrolls series?
Fucking right.
Arena, Redguard, or Dominion?
Damn, I actually don't think I know that.
Oh.
Actually,
Arena. Say them again.
Arena, Redguard, or Dominion?
I feel like Redguard is a real one. I have to pick the fake one.
Yes.
I feel like Arena is a fake one.
Incorrect.
Oh, dang! What was it, Dominion?
It was Dominion.
Oh, God.
Arena is actually the name of the original Elder Scrolls game.
And nobody's used the word Dominion in a game
Yeah.
since StarCraft, so...
Wow.
The first Elder Scrolls game was the Elder Scrolls Arena.
get out.
Yep.
Really? Damn, I did not know that.
Oh, 2 points for me.
Wow.
Wait, no.
It doesn't work like that.
No.
You're going to get a swift kick in the ass for suggesting that. That's what you get.
Jeez, all right.
That's fair. That's
All
fair.
right, Zach, you got to
right.
tie it up so you can stay in the game.
World of Warcraft is a well-known running series.
Or so people think it is.
Yeah, and they come out with expansions every year and a half or so. Which of these is an actual expansion? World of Warcraft Final Showdown, World of Warcraft Legion, World of Warcraft Arctic Fury.
Okay, no, Arctic Fury is a real one. What are the first 2?
Final Showdown and Legion.
I'm going to say Final Showdown.
Nope, it's Legion. It comes out in 2 weeks.
Wait a minute, I don't know if that counts then, see, because you might have got me on a misnomer. The game...
Hey.
But the other 2 just straight up don't exist at all.
Okay.
Arctic Fury is not when you're thinking of Wrath of the Lich King, where it was really cold.
Okay, my bad. Now that you say it, I do remember, because I remember important things like that.
It's very important.
All right. Ben, you need to win this, or we're going to go into overtime.
All right. Which of the following is a quote-unquote Final Fantasy VII game?
Ooh.
Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Revenant Wings, or Final Fantasy VII Advent Children? Actually, I apologize. I apologize. Which of the following is not an actual Final Fantasy VII title?
You blew off Zach's headphones right there. It was like
I got so excited when he said that I leaned back and my headphones fell.
He went into like that state that the guy was going in on 2001 Space Odyssey, and his eyes are rolling back. Just
yeah, no, but my initial question was misleading. It's not Final Fantasy VII game, just Final Fantasy VII title.
Okay.
So it's Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Revenant Wings, or Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
What's the middle one again?
Revenant Wings.
I'm gonna go with Revenant Wings.
Zach?
Oh, Revenant Wings is not that at all. It's Final Fantasy 12.
That's correct.
Reference.
That's correct.
So I was right?
Yep.
You were.
Okay, woo! You threw like 3 double negatives at me there, so I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna dig myself
I just
out
realized
of right
I was misleading because I said originally, which is a Final Fantasy VII game, and Advent Children was a movie. So I didn't want you to think that was the correct answer.
He said exactly. It's like he just.
No, I knew. I just wanted to know if you guys knew.
Yeah,
that was all I was doing. You know me.
I was testing you
I love how
guys.
me and Ben are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, no.
So
you're both terrible at stumping me. That's what I meant.
Oh.
Because it's all up to Zach. If Zach can stump me, then he wins right now.
Is it 2-2?
It's 2-2 right now.
all right. Which of these is an actual Final Fantasy game? Final Fantasy.
Shit, are you serious?
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Final Fantasy Fallen Soldier, or Final Fantasy Mysterious Adventure?
Okay, so luckily, which is a real game, right?
Yes.
I can knock off Crystal Chronicles out because I own that as a GameCube owner.
Wait, then you won.
Huh?
Then you won.
Oh, really?
Because it's which one is the right one.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
So we're still going.
So you're still tied. I think
right.
I should decide a trivia question now.
For yourself?
No. Well, I was thinking for YouTube. All right. Did you guys have one extra one?
I've got 13.
I've got a few more. You got a few more? Okay, let's keep going until you stump me then.
All right. Which of the following is not a Star Wars like flight sim type game?
Okay, gotcha.
Jedi Starfighters, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, or Rogue Squadron?
You see, again, my Slumdog GameCube millionaire is coming into handy because, again, owning a GameCube got you a pass to some incredible games at the time. Rogue Squadron is one of those games. It's impossible to play, but beautiful. And if you can really nail it, it's a fun game, so I can knock that off.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? X-Wing versus TIE
Fighter and Jedi Starfighters.
I know Jedi Starfighters are legitimately something in the movie, so it's more likely that that'll be the game. So I think the fake one is TIE versus X-Wing.
Incorrect.
Fuck me.
That was
damn my logic. I need to not be logical.
That was actually kind of a trick question because there is a game called Jedi Starfighter.
But he pluralized it.
But I called it Jedi Starfighters.
You know, I run this show. I can just fucking change the rules right now, right? I can just fucking say I won that. All right. Well, I'll let you have it. I'll let the baby have his bottle, and I'll see what Zach's got for me. Zach, let me see.
Which one of these is an actual video game title?
Okay.
Super Strength, Brute Force, or Power Smash?
I feel like Brute Force and Power Smash. Wait, which one is the real one?
Yes.
Say them again.
Super Strength, Brute Force, or Power Smash?
I think I've seen Brute Force somewhere on a screen somewhere, so I would say Brute Force is the real.
I hate you so much.
Oh, is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that means that Ben Heyman wins. You have stumped me, kind sir.
I'm going home, guys.
Go ahead. You can now have this trophy, which is just a cup of water that I drank earlier.
Nice.
It is empty now.
Let me run this by you.
Okay.
This was my last one.
This is the last one? All right. This is for the people at home.
Yeah, this
is the encore.
Ben already won. I want to hear it.
He's going to do the Jay-Z of asking questions right now and ask one more question.
Which one of these is an actual title? Gone Home, Returning Vengeance, or Homeward Bone?
You know, like when it comes, I always go to the most absurd when it's like I really don't know, and all three of these are really like far off from me and really absurd. So I'm gonna go with the bone one.
That's the real one.
That's the real one.
Why did I choose that one?
I know.
Gone Home.
Gone Home.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Homeward Bone is an item from Dark Souls.
Indeed. And Returning Vengeance are two words that I randomly picked.
Damn. Well, that was really fun, you guys. Yeah. Thanks so much for bringing that game. You guys really got me. Overall, it was 3-2. Ben got me at 3. Zach got me at 2, but they were really tough.
I demand a recount.
You demand a recount? All right, let me look back down. All right, it's still exactly.
Can I throw one more at you guys just for fun?
All right, we got a couple minutes to burn still, so yes, you can have that.
All right,
and then you got to plug something from the game beat. And you know what? Let's tease it, and you plug something from the game beat first. Well, what's coming up next on your latest game beat?
We actually just filmed our first episode of what we're calling the Game Beat Mini, which are just going to be little bite-sized episodes.
Awesome.
In addition to the usual thing.
That's awesome.
This first one was a very brief yet informative review of Monster Hunter Generations for the 3DS.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right, and you can find that on nerdbot.com and find us on YouTube. We have a channel there, Nerdbot Media. So watch that. All right, Ben, give me your last question.
Last question, just for fun. Just because we're all fun. We all love Mario here.
Okay.
Which is not a real Mario game.
Oh, shit.
Mario Teaches Typing.
Mario Hamburgers.
Mario's Time Machine. Or Mario Hotel.
Zach.
I have my answer. What's
you have
yours?
your answer? What was the first one?
Mario Teaches Typing.
And what was the second one?
Mario's Time Machine.
Okay.
And Mario Hotel.
So, can I give my synopsis super quick and then I'll let you answer, Zach?
Absolutely. No, you answer first. I believe in your ability.
I feel like Ben is a tricky asshole at this point.
Absolutely.
There's some knowledge buried deep in this question. Part of it is also a trick question. Zach, how about you give me your answer and then I'll wrap it up.
So I actually don't know this. I want to say that it's... I mean, there's so many stupid, dumb, obscure Mario games that I don't know, but I want to say that C is the false one that does not exist.
What do you say?
I'm going to go with Mario's Time Machine.
Zach is correct.
Okay.
Mario Hotel?
Because you were absolutely on the money because there is a game called Hotel Mario.
Yeah. Oh, so you flipped it on me? So that's exactly what I was saying. See, and I was thinking that you were going after
that's why I was
Mario's Time Machine, but
I was really trying to keep a straight face on that one.
I thought you were trying to get me on Luigi's Time Machine.
No.
Oh.
But actually, Mario's Time Machine is sort of like a spiritual successor to Mario is Missing, which is a game where you are Luigi.
Exactly.
God, that was a great game, by the way.
And it was also Luigi's first debut as a solo game.
Yeah.
As the hero.
Mario's Time Machine is like an unofficial Mario is Missing 2.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't. All this information doesn't make me hate you any less for asking these kinds of questions.
Unless it came first, I don't know actually.
But to be fair, you're really good at this, so we're gonna keep doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Ben Heyman, thank you so much for coming on and talking about the game beat and all this crap that we got going on. The games, though, I really appreciate you guys putting the effort into the game. We got to do this again.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
All right, Zach, you recently had an article go up on the Nerdbot, right? What was it?
I don't remember. I do a lot of articles.
All right, yeah. I always try to plug your stuff. That's why.
All right. I'm doing a review for Inside, which is really good indie game.
Okay.
If you guys played Limbo, it's a spiritual successor to Limbo. I also put up.
Was that the one that's like black and white? And then,
yes.
Okay, that one was really cool.
Inside is the spiritual successor to that. Fantastic.
Everybody look up Limbo if you're looking for a different game to play. Like if you're looking for a truly different game.
Yeah, it's very, very similar, but.
And look up Roller Coaster Tycoon if you just want to have a good time.
And look up Cat Plays the Piano, just because that would be a good thing to watch.
That cat needs more money.
I did do an article, now that I remember, about how I went from hating Overwatch to loving it.
So, you broke on through to the other side.
I did.
Much like the Morrison. All right. Well, I appreciate your help today, guys. It was a really fun time talking about our Comic-Con stuff. Don't forget, everyone, we have Nerdbot Con coming up September 24th. We are on the last 60-day stretch. Before we actually get it going on, I'm going to be there with my Lego. Zach is going to be there doing the Smash Brothers game challenge. I hear it's pretty big.
Game challenge, I like that.
It's the game challenge. It's the Smash Brothers beat-off game. I don't know, something like that.
What is happening?
Let's see what else we got. Some cool people that are going to be there. John K, the creator of Ren and Stimpy. We got Walter E. Jones, the Black Power Ranger. We're gonna have
the original
Black Power Ranger. Yeah, that's why I said the Black Power Ranger. There hasn't been another real Black Power Ranger. They've just been shades of gray. They've just been different shades of gray, like that Stain song.
The movie coming up is gonna have a Black Power Ranger.
You know what, Ben? You're right. All right.
I'll see myself out. I know where the door is.
Well, Ben Heyman, you can check his stuff out, like I said, on the YouTube and on Facebook.com/NerdbotMedia. And he's got. Do you write articles for him, or you just do videos?
I just do videos.
All right. So he's just a video snob. So check him out. He's so pretty.
He's marketable.
And I got some articles up on there, and you can check out everything else that I do on Facebook.com/AnotherBreakStudioCA. You can find us on Nerdbot.com, and we're also on Instagram @NerdbotMedia. Thanks for listening, guys. Zach and Ben, thanks so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
Fred, what's it?
Yeah. It's Foot. It's Foot.
Anthony, always forgetting my name.
Yeah, it's all right. Thanks a lot, guys. It's on the Nerd Side of Life. I forget your name on the Nerd Side of Life, right? Thanks.
Good times.
I'm Mike O.
Check. 1, 2, check. Checking the mic. Welcome to the BotCast. Zach, voice check.
Checking the cash.
Can you lift up the mic so that you're talking into the bottom part?
Why don't you lift up the mic so you're talking in the bottom part?
I thought I did. Yeah, twist that. No, not that one. The big floppy one.
Oh, yeah. I'm used to twisting big floppy ones.
There you go, like such. There you go, and then twist it back. Now, Mr. Zach, is it? You're responsible for lines in a song, and I quote, "Us gangsters don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away." Can you explain that?
That is supposed to be a metaphor for the socioeconomic status that we are living in, and how America says this concept of pull yourself up by your bootstraps. For us, it is very much our pants.
But do you really think people? Do you really think people need to lean back?
Say that I, as a person, find that deeply personally offensive.
I am not a person, so
And I think you need to.
I just think Americans don't need to be told to be lean.